Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we are collecting some baits for the snapper season. I was out yesterday, had a crack for some snapper in the boat, but not much action, just a little gummy and schoolie. Very quiet for us. So anyway, I'm out here, Coronet Bay. I'm looking for, it's pretty much, you can go around all of Westernport. As long as you've got kind of weed beds and sand, you can do this kind of fishing to collect bait. So main targets are pike, cooter, and squid. Maybe some other things, whatever we can find will be nice too. I have some yakkers for a float rig as well for the squid, but at the moment the wind is actually coming this way. It's a northerly, it's about 8 knots, so really nice, not much chop considering this is wind against tide, so there's no waves at all. Surprised there's not many other kayaks out here, but they'll get a bit scared by the forecast, which is fair enough, they're playing it safe. But to be honest, I've been out here in 15 knots, I'm pretty comfortable, pretty experienced now too, so if you got to double the forecast, I'd still be fine out here. So not very windy at all today. Maybe the wind's a little bit for the audio, but hopefully it sounds all right. But anyway, I have a double clutch 75mm, which dives about 1.5 meters while I trawl it, I find. So I mean about 2 meters over weed beds and stuff. I'm trolling up. I'm going to put out another lure as well, up the wind, up towards the wind, and that way I can drift back and try and find some squid on the drift. But while I'm pedaling up that way, I'm just going to troll out, see if I can't hook some of the pike, cooter, whatever we can find, and yeah, hopefully get a little bit of a bait supply started before snapper season kicks off very, very soon. Alright, we finally got one. This is about, I came out last week, it was a lot windier, and my SD card corrupted on the front cam, so I don't have much footage on it. What have I caught here? Have I caught a leather jacket on the double clutch? Oh Lord. That's not really what we wanted. It's funny. It's funny. Very weird. I mean, I could keep him, but I don't think I will. Don't think I will. Interesting. They're crazy little bastards, these dudes. Look at that spike in there. Little jaws are bloody crazy. Hooked him well. Anyway, he can go back. Not the desired species, but this is roughly where I caught snook and cooter last time I was out. So I've got a couple that we used yesterday, but like some more. But it is a beautiful day today. All right, I think I'm gonna stop trolling for a bit. We only got a leather jacket on that stretch, but while the wind is very nice, we're just gonna pretty much start drifting all the way back the way we came, and we can have a bit of a troll later anyway. So nice little quick troll up here. Surprised I only got the one leather jacket, but anyway, we should be able to get some eventually. If you persist with the trolling, you'll eventually get some pike. Anyway, so we will get out the squid jig and stuff, show you what we got for that anyway, and get on the little drift. All right, I have rigged this one up last night. It's actually normally a snapper rod, so this is a bit of a heavy setup for the squid, but got it rigged up with a float, goes down to a clip. I've also put I didn't know how, if we're going to drift really quick, but I've just put a little P sinker. That's the best. I don't have many ball sinkers, so that was the best one I could find, just to keep the bait down there, and then it goes up to a swivel. I don't know, I've got about 2 meters. So I can't really adjust it on this one, but at least that way with that, it keeps it down a lot better. So that way it's pretty much going to be straight under the float rather than getting dragged along as much. We have our squid spike there that will get onto that clip. And back here we should have some yakka. What do we got? Oh, that's like a grass whiting. That'll be all right. This is just stuff that we took out for bait yesterday. but that will actually be good for you. That looks exactly what you want for a squid. Nice, it's a grass whiting. Grass whiting and yakkers, so I didn't realise we had a grass whiting. Tyler just said you can take out that stuff to get rid of it. That sounds good to me when it's like this. Get that through there. It is a bit big, I could always cut it down if I need, but roll with it like that to start with. Now the leader is too long for me to cast, so just plonk this over the side and see which way we're going to drift. Looks like my swivel goes through my eyelets because it's a small one, but it does block the float, so that's all right. It's actually not a bad system apart from that, but now that way I can wind the squid in a bit closer anyway. Nice, looks like he's chilling under there. So I'm going to drift along back this way by the looks, so he can chill in this rod holder. I'll switch that up because I'm going to be casting with that one. Grass whiting on the float. I feel like that should be pretty good. I think I've got one finally. The wind's picked up, so I was heading back from the squid failure. But we should have a snook or a cooter, I think. Snooky. There we go. And that is how we get our bait. Now the wind is up to about what it said, about 10-ish knots max, so it's not too bad. We just got the snook on a, what is it? It's a Daiwa Current Master, and I've noticed it goes to about 3 meters trawl depth, which isn't a bad depth for its profile. Just got to get this. This is an annoying thing about the compass. Your line can get hooked around your little handles. Oh, and then we're going backwards, so it's making it even harder. There we go. There we go. I was literally pedaling and watching YouTube as I was battling into this, but we've got one. All you have to do is persist. You can get some bait pretty easily. He's not a bad size bait one, not huge, that's for sure, not like the other day. I did have a couple of clips, so I can put those in at the end of this one, but just the same thing as just trolling along. It's a bit hard for me to squid fish right now. I tried squid fishing when that wind was a bit down, and yeah, couldn't get even one, which is a bit sad. Just after last season we were a bit more on fire with the old the squid. So this area is not usually great at this time of year anyway, but we had still been getting a few, so I thought, you know, try out the zones, see if I can't get them, but no. So I might have to head down closer to the cleaner water. Next squid mission. There he is. Not a big one by any means, but you can get little chunk baits, little strip baits. Nice little flesh and an oily one too. And I've caught snapper, gummies, pretty much a lot of things on snook. So that's why I like coming out catching these for bait. And even off one that size, you can get quite a lot of baits off. Even that head there is not bad either, but we'll chuck him in the little keeper bag. And then we'll keep trolling. I think this one's on. I can't tell. Yep. Seen it bouncing, but then it kind of stopped. It looks like we've got something else. Another snook. It's all right if we get a few of these. This one doesn't dive down as deep, but still got it. He's probably a just sizer. He's got to be 30, but he'll still be size. Oh, and he just came off. Smaller trebles on this little double clutch, but he's still keepable, still size. I use my pliers as lip grips. These bastards have teeth. They're usually pretty good at shaking hooks too, so that's why I thought he might have fell off earlier. We'll take that. Oh, he's destroying his jaw. Chill out, mate. Chill out. See how many we can get on the troll in. Little fella, that one, but still nice little baits. You'll actually make a better head bait. Don't you be silly. All right, 2 snook, that's good, better than nothing. Better than nothing. So the old time we used on the squid for ages, we probably could have just been trolling for snook, but anyway, snook or pike, I don't really know what they're called here. I think they got both names, but anyway, that's what we're catching, and we're okay with that because one of those, a snapper trip, is probably a good amount of bait. Also teed up with a mate to go trevally fishing, so that might be next weekend. Then I reckon I'm pretty much set for snapper season. I just need squid. I'll peg that out that way. Another one. Very lucky he stayed on. He did come out as soon as he was in the net, so I wasn't sure if he was still on. Sometimes if you see the hit and they haven't hooked up, just keep pedaling like the bait fish is still swimming away. Find that helps. All right, the gear I'm using is about a 3000 sized reel, and this is I think it's about a 3 to 6 kilo rod. You can use your whiting rod as long as it's not too light, like a 2 to 4 kilo, and I've got 12-pound leader. So very basic setup. I've got braid to some leader, and that's it. Just put it on and away we go. All right, I just pulled this one in for a little bit while I was in shallower because it goes to 3 meters, but got it back out there and bang. On again, this one might be a bit better one by the feel. Even the way it actually took drag. Yep, he's a bit nicer. Hopefully the hooks stay in because they are good at throwing the hooks. There we go, 3rd one on the board. He's a nice size. He's got some nice colours to him. Some people probably think, oh, this is easy, what are you doing a video on this? Well, some people don't know how to do this, and it's a great way to get fresh bait. Some people actually eat these. I haven't personally tried them, but I know they are a nice bait, and just based on the size of this guy, like I can take out one of these guys with some squid or some other bait, and he will do the job for most of the session. So that's why they're really good, or why I like them. And I really love that you can chop them into chunks or strips pretty easily. Just be careful handling them. They have got really sharp teeth. So usually do on the gills. They're not the most sturdy fish though, so they'll usually start bleeding once you do that. Oh man, I have really pinned him in well, which is always good. See, already instant bleeding. They are slimy too, so there we go. Holding them, you want to be a bit careful. But this lure has been doing pretty well. Kind of like the depth, the action it's got on it too. I'll hold it up for you, but yeah, it's been going well. Nice little snooks. He ran off a bit harder for some reason, don't know why. But anyway, probably because he was nicely pinned, which is what we want. 3 of these has been pretty good considering our squid attempt was no good. But yes, this lure, I'll just pull it up for you. It is 95 mils long, I'm pretty sure. I'll Probably need to retie that because it's been whacked at and it's got, might lose it. 93 mil and deep running style. But I go the shiny ones because here there can be a little mullet, but mainly the main thing is we get little gars around, and that looks like a little shiny gar, especially the side of them. But I'm gonna retie that just so I don't lose my lure, and then we'll keep on trolling.